testing. All right, folks, it is time. It is time. It is time. It is time to do this thing we call. Hey, I'm the Old Humble guy. It's the thing we call live from Old Humble Distilling Company. Day in the life. Well, I don't know what the shit fuck I call that shit. Day in the life at the Old Humble Distilling Company. I've been here for the last 3 hours or so, doing work. I had a very busy morning, driving all over town, doing stuff, having a couple of meetings, doing legitimately fun things. Meeting with people, doing some stuff. Oh, I need to turn on my ice maker. But if you look around, well, you can't really see. Okay, so I got these bottles behind me. These are going to have to go into a box at some point. I've got another batch that's about ready to go into bottles and into boxes, but that'll be in another couple of weeks. That is our double, or not our double oak, our blackout bourbon that's going to go into bottles and boxes in the next couple of weeks. And then I've got a pump over there that needs to be fixed. But on this camera right here, if I move there, on this camera right here, you see the inside of my shop. It's a bit of a mess. What you see there on the left, well, I'll walk over there. And I will have chat with me so that I can talk to you fine folks and Gary. So I'll have my chat here so I can see. But I've got some work that needs to get done here at the shop. I am preparing this space right here that you see for, get my measuring tape as well. I'm going to need that. But I am preparing this very space right here for construction. Yeah, construction. We're going to finally start getting the building on of our little facility here. Put my tape measure here where it belongs. Hi, everybody in chat. Everybody on the YouTubes, everybody in the space and in the place. Can y'all see? Yep, there I am. Okay. So I got my ice maker on in case people show up later. All right, so what we got here is this is supposed to be the sink and this is supposed to be the toilet, I believe. But I've kind of shifted everything over just a little bit. I don't really want my bathroom to be here. I guess I could have the bathroom here. It's only going to be an 8-foot space. But I kind of wanted to push it over as far as I could. But that's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. But I got to get stuff moved out of the way because I got to start making measurements and lines on the floor. So, I wonder if there's a better place for me to put the camera. Let me look. Let me see if I can move it so that there's just more in the camera. If I can I widen it out a little bit? What if I took the lens off, the telezoom lens. What if I remove that? Does that give me a wider angle? Nope, not really. What I'm going to do is move it back some. Oh, come on. Come back. There it is. Okay, so if I put the camera here, that's kind of where I'm going to be doing work. I'll move this out of the way. This is kind of where I'm going to be doing work. So first step in this process is really just going to be getting stuff fully and totally out of the way. Moving things, getting them out of the way so that I can mark the floor and mark the space of where everything's going to be, so that I can, start the work that needs to be done. And you can see on the wall these lines. On the wall are the lines. Those lines are basically where my wall is going to be according to my diagrams. It's supposed to be a 7.5 by 8 foot space according to my diagrams. And that is going to be the ultimate goal, is going to be to match the diagrams and get this room started at least. It's going to be a while before we finish it. It's going to be several months before we finish it, because I'm going to start with this box here, then I'm going to extend the wall that way. And I want to put a finishing wall on the front. It's got that open insulation. I kind of want to put a finishing wall on there, but I don't think I need, y'all can't see what I'm talking about. I don't think I need it to be fully framed. I think I can just hang. See, there it is. I think I can just hang drywall up there. Now I'm going to need framing on it. I'm not going to be able to hang drywall straight up to it, but I'll need at least uprights. It doesn't have to be anything extensive. I can put a ground, a footer, and a header, 10 feet up, whatever. Move this up to the front of the drywall. Not cover this up, but have these it's set into the wall. Framing. I feel fairly comfortable with the framing. I feel fairly comfortable with plumbing. I'm not very comfortable with electricity, but I'll need an outlet here, an outlet there, an outlet here, another 1, 2, probably 3 or 4 outlets here. I'll want one over here at the bar, possibly 2, one high and one low at the bar, and then in the bathroom probably just 1, and then some lights across the ceiling up here. I guess at the 10-foot, that purling beam up here at the top. I think that's about as high as I want the ceiling to be, which is going to be about, see if I can do this without totally screwing it up. There's 12 foot. It'll probably be, yeah, it looks like it's about 12 feet up. It looks like it says 150. 150 feet, 151 inches right there. Yeah, it was right at 150, so it's about 12 feet up. Let's take another measurement real quick. Make sure I read it right. Of course, I don't have to go all the way up, I suppose. Alright, that is at 100 and... Well, can I see it from here? There we go. That is right at 12 feet. So, if I make my walls 12 feet high all the way around, hell, if I make them 10 feet high all the way around, you know, that gives it a 2-foot drop from that top purling. It'll come down to, let's see, 3 feet up. Is this 4 feet tall? This is a 4-foot gap or 3-foot gap? Let me see here. 3-foot gap or a 4-foot gap? That is a 5-foot gap. So that brings it down to right here. The wall will be about that tall. That's a good size wall. It's a good height. Run the lights up there. Ten feet up. 7. That's that'd be 10 feet right there. That's not so bad. It's a good size wall. It's a good size wall, high enough, I think, for good acoustics. And if I think it needs to be higher, I can. Well, I'm going to make the bathroom 10 feet high. The bathroom's going to be a 10-foot wall, and I'll decide if I want everything else to be 12 feet or not. So the bathroom's going to be right there at 10 feet. And we'll worry about the rest when it comes time to worry about the rest. So let's see here. Over here, back to work. All right. So that's kind of the idea. It's kind of the general idea of where that's going to be, at least, and how that's going to shape up. Let me get these cables out of here. All right. And of course, while I'm doing these lives, you feel free to ask me absolutely anything. Vanessa Kitty's in the house. Cheers, Vanessa. So, 10-foot wall here. Oops, sorry about that. 10-foot wall here. I should probably wrap this up correctly. If I'm going to do it, I ought to do it right. Make sure I don't have any kinks in this cord. And this place there's a lot of disuse and unused storage. It's in disarray because of the lack of use. Because I haven't been using it as a tasting room. I haven't been using it. I've been using it as storage, and things just get kind of piled on top of themselves. Not good business practice, I know. Not ideal, at least. But work with what you can, and hopefully, we've got major construction going on the major thoroughfare that's by our facility. There's nothing I can do about the major construction. It's limiting traffic that comes into our shop. There's nothing I can do about the construction. But I can at least be prepared for the day when that construction ends and start. I mean, it's probably not going to end until this time next year. But I can, at the very, very, very least, be ready for when construction does end. Because it'll end eventually. And at some point in the very near future, it's not going to be as bad as, because right now what they're doing is working on this side of the road that fronts up to our driveway. So nobody can see the entrance, and there's heavy equipment going back and forth. I can't put a sign out on the street, because if I put a sign out on the street, it's going to get run over by, you know, their excavators and bulldozers and whatever else they got going back there. So I have to be patient, and I have to sell whiskey off-site in order to just stay alive and survive, which is the plan. You know, stay alive, survive. That's the plan. I'm going to move this pallet over here out of the way, and then I should be mostly good to go as far as so this morning had a really cool meeting with the Italy America Chamber of Commerce. You like that? See my butt? Working on a possible deal that may or may not send our whiskey overseas. That'll be really cool if I can pull it off. I mean, they liked it at the Commerce, the Chamber. I mean, they weren't the decision makers for this particular deal, but they have contact with the decision makers. Come on. All right. Come on, let's get you moved so that I can get you lifted. All right. That'll do. Now, once I get everything moved out of the way, I'll be able to mark off the dimensions and measure it out, and then go to Lowe's or Home Depot, one or the other, whichever one's closest and whichever one has the supplies, and buy the materials that I need. The first step in the process, I mean, it's not even going to be extensive. First step. The first step is going to simply be getting the studs, the baseboards, the base plates, the top plates, and the studs, and just framing the damn thing out. Worst case scenario is that I don't quite get everything finished up, and then all that I'm left to do is just panel it over. So what might end up happening is I just panel, you know, I have the frame out here, and actually I think this is where the wall is supposed to be. This inside 6 foot 3 inches. Although that's a lot of space over here. Not a lot of space over here next to the turlet. Because if that's the toilet and that's the sink, it seems like the wall should be like right here, not right there. What do I know? Not like they're my plans or anything. I will be going live later tonight. I'm talking in negotiations with my son. I've asked him to bring his computer down so that I can use his computer to go live. I want to do a little sip and chill, Friday night sips. Open forum type of thing. See if I can do that better on his, make sure it's the processor computer that's giving me problems, because I think it's my processor on my computer that's archaic and preventing me from doing what I need to do. I don't think it's the GPU, but he has a processor that is a 2 generations old processor. It's a 5i instead of a 7i or an N5 or whatever. It's a 5, and from what I understand, the current generation is a 7. So if he's working on a 5 and he can do what I'm trying to do, or I can do what I'm trying to do on his computer, then when it comes time to replace my computer, well, it's going to save me several $100s, because I can get a $300 refurbished box. I don't need the monitor. I don't need any of the other stuff. I just need the box, and the box with the GPU and CPU. Well, that seems to be pretty much everything you need in a computer. You need GPU, CPU, a power source, cooling unit, motherboard. Motherboard has the CPU to make sure everything runs. RAM, SD card. You don't even need a hard drive anymore. Back in my day, you needed a hard drive, you needed a disk drive, you needed you needed all kinds of stuff just to have a fucking computer that ran. Back in my day, our computers worked at a waterfall only, because you needed to have a regular source of water to run through your computer. Because if you didn't, then your gerbils would stop, you see. Just me talking to the void. Also have a photo shoot to do later. Not today, probably this weekend. Probably Sunday afternoon. Now I'm going to lay down boards to represent the border of the bathroom. Got a little bit more clean out. Like, I want to get these out of the way. These pallets out of the way. Box. Some paint here. Definitely more paint than I needed to do my bar. Y'all want to come and you want to watch me do a photo shoot with my bottles? I could do that. I mean, it's nothing, nothing fancy. Oh, speaking of photo shoots with my bottles, we are actively searching for a Miss Old Humble. We're actively searching for a Miss Old Humble to help with the debut and promotion of our new label, Blue Label Boomtown Bourbon, the redesigned Boomtown Bourbon labels. So I'll probably be announcing that. Those labels will probably debut in July. We might schedule that debut for July 4th. That would be cool. All American whiskey label. All American girl, all American whiskey label. What a promotion. All American girl for an all American whiskey. Boomtown Bourbon. Your hometown whiskey distillery. I like it. I like it. We are looking for an all-American gal to help promote our all-American whiskey. You'll get, what? Let's call it 2 photo shoots. We'll do 1 photo shoot, and then another photo shoot, 1 for summertime, 1 for wintertime. Pretty cool promotion. You don't have to be an influencer to apply. Wouldn't hurt, but I'll get with my wife, get together some specific criteria, talk to Lisa, set up some specific criteria of what we want in a Miss Old Humble, lay out the criteria. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be like, you know, you got to be Miss Wholesome USA. I'm not gonna be that cheesy. Not like we're the Leave It to Beaver family over here. Cleavers? Yeah, it's not like we're the Cleavers. Hell, I build us as Houston's naughtiest whiskey when we were doing shows with Kiki Maroon. All right, I am struggling with a pallet over here that's not wanting to cooperate. Now we got it. To break a board off under here, I think. I do want to fix this, or at least disassemble this pump while I got everybody. Well, I don't have anybody online with me right now, but while I'm streaming today, I do want to disassemble this pump because it's, you know, one of those aggravating things that you have to do as an entrepreneur is like fix equipment that like you never trained to operate or fix, and you just gotta like take it apart and see how it works and then put it back together and try and figure out what's broken, order parts, then rip out the parts that you ordered and put in some new ones that you ordered. That's just kind of what we do. Still Vanessa Kitty. Cheers, Vanessa. Cheers, Vanessa. One of my top 3 favorite Vanessas of all time is Vanessa Kitty. And I love that, like, her name's Kitty. Vanessa Kitty. I just do. I'm a big fan, Vanessa. I don't know if you know that, but I am. I'm a big fan. All right. Away we go. That is a box of trash. All right. We're there. Now, what we got here is an empty space. There's an empty space, and in this space, I'll put your name. If I was Taylor Swift, that's what I would say. But I'm not Taylor Swift. I'm way cooler than Taylor Swift. That's not true. I'm not cooler than Taylor Swift. She's a fucking American icon. She's way cooler than me, without question. All I do is make whiskey. She makes people scream. For no good reason, either. They just scream. I've only ever made one person scream. Right, honey? She's not watching. I can say stuff like that. She can't be mad at me. Because she won't ever know. Because she never watches my show. Much like everybody on the internet right now. All right. Looking to see if there's anything good in this trash that I'm sweeping. There's nothing down there, just dirt and gunk. All right. So what's really important is that I get this thing in the right spot, because I've got a sink that's going in next to it, which is actually going to make it tough for me to move the bathroom much, now that I think about it, because down here are pipes that go, these are pipes for water, these are pipes for septic. Well, shoot. Well, shoot. So this is where the sink is supposed to be, I think, because these are stand pipes for the water return. Let's go over here to our still store, Cambot. All right, I'm going to leave that screen up for just 1 second. And technically, the tasting room is open right now. But again, with all that construction, we're not getting a lot of wandering in traffic. Just not. There's more traffic. There's a bar across the freeway that you can go to without crossing the construction. And granted, you know, it's not a distillery. It's just a bar. But they got karaoke and all kinds of other shit. I don't like karaoke. There is not a scenario where I will do karaoke. And y'all can trust me on this one. If ever you see me, something like karaoke night at the distillery, karaoke night at Old Humble, come out and blah, 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 2-for-1 drinks. You can bet your bottom damn dollar that I have been kidnapped, and that is a desperate cry for help. That is a coded message telling people that I have been kidnapped. And you can react accordingly. Call the cops. Because I am not okay. If you see that message ever pop up, 100% call the cops. Because if you see karaoke at the Old Humble Distilling Company, I have been kidnapped. All right. So I'm over here. I'm going to look at my files real quick because I've got my build-out files on my computer that I need to look at. And I will share them so y'all can see what it is that I'm looking at. The build-out right down here. Boom. Two, three, four. Architecture set. That's good. Yeah, that's the one. All right. So we'll wait for these files to pop up. Okay. Well, my screen's going to keep switching over, and that's going to be frustrating. While I wait on that, I'm going to go get some water because I'm parched. Y'all want some water? I'll get you a little bit of water too. Our CrossFit kings and queens are over here running laps. All right. Like I said, I've been running around all day, so I'm parched. Okay, so we'll wait for these files to come up. So what I think I need to do, is I need to build a 4-sided bathroom. I need to have, and let me turn the camera back on here. So that is a 1-hour barrier wall there. and we need to have the 1 hour barrier in between the suites. But with that barrier there, um, I don't need to have any more wall over there. But what I do need is is a separation, a gap between my finished wall and the back wall there, so that I can run pipes and wires and stuff. I need to have electricity along that wall. So that's a finished wall, but I need to have electricity run back there, and I don't want to just have conduits and I don't want to have bare conduits and light plugs and stuff like we have over here by the door. See with how the conduit comes down for the light switch. I don't want that just sitting there. I want it to look finished. I want it to be nice and complete, and paneled and whatnot. So there we go. It is taking forever for these to open up. All right, well, I'll give it let it take its time. Anyway, so that's what I need to. I need to at least have that for the bathroom, and I need to have that for the tasting room. I don't know if I need to have a back wall behind the sink, and I don't think I need a back wall for my office. I think I can just leave my office as is. But I mean, we're talking about just a 6 foot, and when I talk about my office, I mean this space back over here where my logo banner is. That's the office. So see those two standpipes there on the ground? That's the water return for the sinks. And I'd like to look at the designs real quick and see where I'm supposed to have my sink, where I'm supposed to have my toilets. But my computer's not cooperating as usual. What to do, what to do, what to do. All right, so back over here to me. Let's go pick and pick. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, wow, it's struggling. Okay, make this a little bit bigger. All right, so going down here. No, I was right the first time. Shoot me up. I should have a reverse pick and pick. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do one more scene. P in P. Oops. 2. Is that it? Yeah, that's me. Okay, so next up is camera 1, video capture device, which is that one, add existing, HP, live cam. There it is. Now I want this one to be full size pick, and then add another scene that is the smaller one, which is this guy. Oops. Damn it. Now that song from the Marvelous Miss Maisel stuck in my head. He's got tan shoes and pink shoelace, or pink and big shoelaces. It's a ugh. Media source. Add existing. Spinning logo. This is the last thing. Ah, it's so pretty. And we'll shrink this. Put it right there. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Is it beautiful? All right, let's look and see if okay, here's my PDFs. All right, so capture window? New. PDF. Sources. There it is. Drawboard. That's what I want. Okie doke. So where is it? Oh, it's minimized. That's where it's at. All right. Is it showing up? No, not really. PDF. No, that didn't do it. Let me try again. I'm gonna pull this thing up, one way or another. Yep. That do it? No, that's not quite doing it. Did that do it? Nope, that didn't do it. All right, let's try again. It's getting warmer though. That didn't do it. Try again. I'm so bad at this. I didn't do it. All right, let's try one more thing. Whoops. Wrong screen. All right, let's try again. Build up. Nope, not that one. All right. Let's see here. Draw board. Encoding overload is what I'm getting. Okay, so what we're going to do is get out of picture-in-picture, go just to host. Now try the drawboard. Anything? Nope, this is not working out. Close. Drawboard. Did that work? No, this sucks. Not working at all. Maybe, nope, cancel. Maybe if I add the source, image game capture, window capture. Oh, there's the window. But it's not capturing what I want it to capture. Okay, get rid of that. One more try. Well, no, I do that. Yeah, this is some shit stream, isn't it? All right, well, I'll just look at it myself and see what I can find as far as the measurements go. So it looks like I'm supposed to be a combo of 9.8 inches plus, or 9 foot 8 inches, not 9.8 inches, 9 feet 8 inches plus 6 feet 3.5 for me to start my the bathroom. What is WHH? It's supposed to be both of them. All right, well, whatever. The toilet. Okay, and then the bathroom is 7 feet, then 7 foot 3 inches by 8 feet. All right, let's take it to the big screen, shall we? Back to the big cam. All right, so 7 feet, 9 feet 8 inches plus, what do I do with my tape measure? Son of a bitch. What did I do with my tape measure? Did y'all see me take it off? Did y'all see me take the tape measure off? I had it on my pocket. It didn't fall on the ground. What in the hell did I do? My tape measure. This isn't even funny. This is not even funny, guys. What on earth could I have possibly done with a danged old tape measure? Not here at the bar. It's not on my desk, not at the production stand. Not with this table. Came over here on this side. Ah, here it is. Thanks, guys. 9 feet 8 inches, 6 foot 3 inches. So let me get a piece of board here and set it at 9 feet 8 inches from here, which should be plumb. Okay. We'll go right here. So I'm taking pieces of old lumber that I have laying around to act as spacers for my walls and stuff. think I might have to do another crowd-funded fundraiser to get this whole thing paid for. But we can cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. All right, so 9 feet 3 inches till we get to the wall of my office, which is, right over here. So, oops. And I can be off by a couple inches either way. I don't want to be, but I can be. So that's 9 feet 3 inches. And then the next one is 6 foot 8 inches. Because 9 foot 8 inches, then 6 foot 3 inches. He wears tan shoes with big shoelaces. All right, I've got the